But yeah, let's go.
It's that time again.
Hello.
It's Talos time. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How you doing?
We are all getting into the Talos Principle.
We're right back here where it all started.
Right back. More puzzles, but first talking.
But
can I do
Rick,
for
the
you?
puzzles.
He blamed Byron for being headstrong and foolish, which I don't see it quite the same way, but it's easy to understand why the mayor would think that. It wasn't hard to convince him that we can't leave Byron behind, though. You may not agree with Herman on a lot of issues, 1K, but he's not a bad person. He's doing his best in a difficult situation. I hope so. He's always been annoyingly hard to get rid of. Why do you ask? I'm not opposed to technology. I'm just opposed to trying to dominate everything. We can be part of the planet's history without having to be its masters.
Deep Rock Galactic never did Thanksgiving, or did it?
I don't think it did.
He was the third to be born, after Athena and Eustathius.
I don't
He
think
was an
so.
important figure in New Jerusalem's early
I'm
history.
not looking at that right quick, actually.
Almost as important as Athena. But after she vanished, he faded into the background. I don't think anyone suspected he knew where she was.
I think they do Oktoberfest, and then they do Halloween. Do they have to cram in Thanksgiving too, before Christmas?
But he was always very
I don't
calm.
think, honestly.
Yes, Thanksgiving serves as the bulwark against the rising tide of Christmas.
Yes, but we're talking about Deep Rock Galactic.
Right. And that's Coffee Stain, which is, I believe, is Swedish, so they probably don't do Thanksgiving.
Coffee Stain publishes it. It's made by Dead Ship Games?
Okay.
Ghost Ship Games, which are Danish, so, I mean, still.
Yeah.
I prefer the term
Checkmate, atheist.
interactive fiction.
I don't know.
It's better
Hi,
at
Miller, how's
capturing
it
what
going?
this art form really is.
Checkmate
Storytelling, but with
Danish.
a completely
Yeah,
different
checkmate
underlying
Danes.
structure. As a
With your
category,
Danish
it's more equivalent
pastries.
to poetry or the novel, rather than, say,
In your
film.
Hamlet.
Why not? Because I'm a joyless, by-the-book pencil pusher? I'm focused on the mission, 1K, because what we're doing here matters. That doesn't mean I don't have my own interests or don't appreciate art. That's something Byron and I never agreed about. I think we have an infinite capacity to come up with new ideas. There's as much to discover inside ourselves as there is out here.
I completely agree.
Maybe not, but maybe we need to stop looking for answers in places like this one. It makes me wonder why people always think they know better than nature. He was in charge of planning New Alexandria. It was his mistake that led to the disaster. After that, he retired from public affairs and dedicated himself to his studies. Well, they've experienced a lot more hardship and tragedy than most of us. I think it's understandable that they choose to focus on their personal interests. You mean, am I unduly influenced by my experiences? Unable to imagine the better future Byron wanted because I'm too traumatized? Could be. But I'd like to think I'm a little more self-aware than that.
Basalt.
You're an AI robot, so you're barely self-aware.
What's new, Chad?
Yeah. Roo says, I have been obsessed with this game for the past week or so.
All right.
I'm in this room right now. I just had a genius idea to solve it, and I'm really mad that it did not work.
We feel your pain. I definitely like the sequel more than the original. I didn't dislike the original, but I feel like this has a little more
Stuff.
stuff. Yes, there's more stuff.
Some more je ne sais quoi.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
the world feels more realized. Maybe that's the way to put it.
I mean, for narrative reasons, the first game's world was purposefully artificial.
Right. And I realize that imposes some critical limitations, but this feels overall more engaging to me. You know.
Yeah, I see. So now you can just grab the cube, right? Because you don't even care about being in the front part.
doesn't matter.
I'm more invested.
Oh my gosh, it's so mind twisty. Whoa.
It is. My mind has been blown.
But what did that say? Control space to disengage from gravity surface?
Yeah. No, you can double tap space to disengage from the gravity when you're close to the ground.
Here?
Oh, when you're close to the ground, you can't just do it anywhere?
Yeah, I can't. If I like right here, I can't act. It's so I don't accidentally double tap space and have to start over or something.
Also, I feel like
Tried putting the connector on the force field so that it would fall through when it gets opened. Try doing it.
Do what?
Oh, so pick up the connector right here. Then go to the wall where the red, not emitter, what is it, the
receiver?
Receiver, yes. Stand on the wall with the red receiver. And now put the thing on the not on the wall, but on the laser wall that it's going to open. So not there, but yeah, on there.
And it floats.
Aw, man. Game.
nice try, Miller.
Doing your ease of physics calculations.
Yeah, I'm mad that it does not work. Should have worked.
Well, hold on. Can't you take this emitter now that it has these two things? Go down to the bottom level and then, or no, because that's got that fence right there in front of the emitter.
Defense. Can I do it right there?
Ah.
Oh.
Bop Miller. Why am I getting bopped?
I've known Byron since day one. I was the first to be born with upgrades from the original Soma design, and he was the first to volunteer to upgrade his existing body.
Yeah, he was a big supporter of upgrades. Deliberate evolution, he called it.
Athena and Cornelius were very kind to me, and so was Byron, but he also made fun of me. And oddly enough, that made me feel more like an equal than anything the others said.
Today, for the first time, I synthesized life. It was just a unicellular cyanobacterium, but the sheer complexity of even such a simple organism is breathtaking. Creating it from pure energy, I was filled
Okay,
with a sense
I found a
of
way,
awe
surely not intended,
and majesty.
to make it fall through the
A
force
sense
field.
that what I
The
was doing
downside is
was
that I seem to have trapped myself.
sacred. It made me
Nice.
think about the enormous power of life. 2.5 billion
What
years
are
ago,
you-
these
what-
simple
I-
beings terraformed the entire planet, creating the oxygen that underlies the Earth's incredible biodiversity, wiping out thousands of other species, but making the future possible.
Cat, why?
What
Why
happened?
must
What's
you
Chad
hurt me
doing?
like this?
What is chat doing?
They're all bopping me.
That's
I've done
funny.
nothing.
You're the bird.
Finger. Basically said, you just seem boppable.
It's because he's the bird. You always want to bop the bird.
You gotta bird, bird, bird. You gotta bop the bird. You gotta.
Bird,
Yeah,
bird,
exactly.
bop the bird.
Look, Miller.
Even Rick agrees.
If God didn't want us to bop birds, he wouldn't. He wouldn't make them. So
If God didn't want you to bop burbs, I wouldn't have made the feature that allowed you to bop me.
Exactly.
Because I am God.
It was divine man. Wait a minute. What?
I am God, and now you know. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
Wow.
I can't believe they put that in the movie.
Wait, did they? I don't remember that.
Well, yes, Mario's advertisement for
Yeah, the
his,
advertisement had the.
Oh,
Mario
right.
in it.
That's right. They also apparently there was a throwaway Easter egg that referenced the '93 movie.
So what happens if I step off here?
You
die.
You
Uh,
died.
No,
Nah, it's
just.
not.
I'm still thinking.
There were so many
Japan-
Easter eggs in that movie.
In Japan, it's like, what are they doing?
How do we feel about the live-action Zelda movie?
Oh yes, I forgot about that. My
We
stepdad
talked
is
about that the other
excited.
night, but
Oh.
like we don't know any castings yet, so I don't know.
We do know the production crew. Some of the production crew that they're trying to get, and it doesn't look that good.
Hmm.
Eh.
See, I saw Armin at first, and I'm like, I think this is gonna be pretty good because he did Spider-Verse most recently. But then they're like, okay, he also did Mobius. And it's like, or Morbius. And it's like,
Morbius.
I see.
Yeah, I mean,
So that means that the production did not rely on him. He is not necessarily an indicator.
yeah. To me, it's very often kind of like it's like a roulette wheel. You know, I mean, you can have the right director, the right actors, the right script, and it'll still come off funny. Or you can have one or more of those missing, and it'll be a mess. I mean, there's lots of instances of that. Every director,
I know what to do.
every director that's done a blockbuster also has at least one movie that like bombed. It's just, you know, and I don't mean like early on. I mean like even later in their careers, they can have one that bomb.
Yeah. I do at least believe that with Miyamoto kind of heading this and Nintendo doing it internally, like, Nintendo's not really a company to half-ass stuff.
Yeah, it'll probably be solidly okay. Like it'll be, you know.
And you know what? I would be content with solidly okay. It's
Yeah.
very much what I feel like the Mario movie was. It
Yeah.
was solidly
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
the thing. They're playing safe, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like the Marvel formula. You know, it won't, you know, it follows all, it hits all the save the cat beats, but it doesn't, you know,
There we go.
it's not gonna
Aha! Very nice.
be nice.
I'm glad to see all those overloads haven't damaged your logic circuits.
A 100% perfection rate is very hard to achieve. I'm not asking for perfection. Again, I am asking for, like, moderately okay to, like, slightly above passable.
Yeah, just not a,
We are looking for competent.
yeah.
Competent with entertaining moments. Single scenes that I'm like, yeah, I like that.
How it was before. From JJ Nakalimbe's Aquaba to Antarctica, moments of transition and revelation. My great
I thought you were
grandmother.
about to say J. Jonah Jameson. And I'm just like, get me pictures of pollution and robots.
See, my brain thought J.J. Abrams, but
My great grandmother lived to be 108 years old, retaining her sharpness of mind to her last day. A couple of months before she died, I interviewed her for my podcast. At the end, I asked her the same question I asked every guest: what is something you wish everyone understood? She thought about it for a while, then she said how it was before. She tried to explain how much time she spent every single day on utterly mind-numbing activities, like hauling water from the well, and how radically everything changed when their area was finally connected to the electrical grid. Before, there was no time to live, she said. No time to be free. Only work, work, work. I countered by saying that there didn't seem to be much time to live now either, but she laughed derisively. I had no idea what work really meant, she said. Young people were weak and feckless, and that's why we let corporations exploit us. Slightly unnerved by her harshness, I asked her if she missed anything about that time. Old photos. Our village seemed idyllic to me, but my grandmother quashed any romantic notions I might have had. The past is bad, she said with some finality. Let it be. So many thousands of generations of suffering. Even a single life full of tragedy seems outrageous and unacceptable to me. That's why we have to make it have meaning. Return to Monkey. From Book of Annotated...
Return to Monkey.
Yes, Return to Monkey. From Book of Annotated Internet Comments by Eusthenathius. I just think people are dumb. Like, relentlessly blank stupid. Absolute blank morons. Human history is a blank clown show from beginning to end. The average person, just a slobbering buffoon, bubbling through life like a drunk gorilla in a blank china shop, breaking stuff left and right, throwing blank at the walls, and never understanding a single blank thing that happens. I mean, just look at this blank software putting asterisks where swear words would be. People are afraid of blank words because, like, they have magic powers. But the real world blank is that blank ruining their lives? That's fine, because they're too blank dumb to do something about it. Return to Monkey? Brother, we never blank left. The curious inversion, the return to a mythical state of Monkey, is usually portrayed as a material return to an earlier stages of development. But here the author instead portrays it as a mental state that has never been surmounted. I would like to meet Uncle Eusthenathius one day. He sounds like someone who is always curious about everything. Failed to load profile.
Yes, I am here just in time for Monkey, chat. Coincidence? Yes.
Hypatia's
How's
Journal.
everyone doing?
Hypatia's Journal number 8. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 421. The first new human arrived today. He calls himself Arkady, after Chernyshyvsky, that Russian name. Spirits are still dampened by the loss of Yemo, but everyone is making an effort. I feel a little sorry for him. He's still so curious, jumping at shadows and staring up at the sky at night, just like I used to, and here we are, a bunch of grouchy old humans that have seen it all and are weary and tired and sad. I wonder what he makes of it all. But be that as it may, we're making good progress on the new living area, although Arkady will have to use Yemo's old quarters for the next few weeks.
Return to Monkey. But seriously, how's everyone doing tonight?
Well, we were talking about the potential Zelda movie.
Ah, yes, Patelda.
Zelda, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the potential Zelda movie?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be. I'm not expecting a lot, but I think
We're hoping to play it safe.
Yeah, I'd be fine with solidly adequate. And that's probably what it's going to be.
They're almost certainly gonna play it safe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they did with the Mario movie.
Okay,
I mean, the new Mario movie, not the previous Mario movie. They definitely did not play that one safe.
Well, that was the 90s. I mean, nobody knew what the hell they were doing from 1992 to about 1999.
Bold of you to presume that people know what they're doing now.
I mean, Batman, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, etc. Those are my only two examples.
Batman.
I rest my case.
Yeah, well, you know what? In Soviet Russia, case rests you. Checkmate.
Yes. Taking advantage.
Have you ever heard, I forget if I brought this up on stream before, I probably have. Have you ever heard any of the behind-the-scenes production stories of the Bob Hoskins Mario movie?
I don't think.
They're sure interesting. literally, they would go in from day to day not knowing what the script would be because of how quickly the changes were being made.
That does
Like, they
explain
would
a few things.
walk on set not knowing what version of the script they were going to be doing, what the scene was going to do. Like, Bob Hoskins apparently just spent the whole damn movie drunk because that was just the only way he could cope with it.
There you are. Good. Inside this lab, there's a machine. As usual, I have no idea what it is. Some sort of generator, if I had to guess. When Byron got stuck in the system, it went haywire. It's currently outputting enough energy to power all of New Jerusalem twice. As you can imagine, that's causing quite a bit of interference. You go in there and you switch it off. Shouldn't be hard.
I'm the expendable one.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
What? Hey, hold on. Maybe don't turn it off.
That looks
Maybe
normal.
maybe that is Byron now.
That looks bad.
It's probably fine.
It's probably only like a few, couple volts.
It's supposed
Emergency
to be doing
shutdown.
that.
Yeah, it's
Warning,
a safe
output
shot.
max parameter exceeds safety protocol 2C settings. How do you have access denied for an emergency shutdown? Anthropogeny, a text adventure. Sure, why not? It's fine. You wake up in an
Everything's
impossible
cool.
place knowing nothing.
Isn't that just life?
You seem to be in a labyrinth of ancient crumbling walls. Beneath you is an altar of some kind, as if you were a sacrifice. The sky above you is a perfect cobalt blue, and you are startled by its beauty.
Reach for the sky.
Examine the altar. The altar is a place of birth and a place of death. You sense that blood was spilled here, that lives are given for life to be gained. This is how all things came into existence, but is it how all things must continue? You have gained knowledge, sacrifice. A cold wind blows through the ruins, and you know without knowing how it is that the wind is from the kingdom of Artemis. It is the wind that brings with it whispers of mountains glimpsed across the stormy sea and deep forest wreathed in fog and long-forgotten cities of your ancestors. You set out into the ruins apprehensive but curious. There's a strange kind of beauty here, the beauty of decay. You must be careful not to imbibe too much of it. Suddenly an echoing voice speaks to you. Emergency shutdown settings, access denied, it intones. Error 1C155358.
Oh, that one.
It's everybody's favorite.
That was always my favorite. Yes, Jonas, that was also always my favorite error message. They're all good, though.
Leaving the lost children of Hephaestus behind you, you step into a vast plain under a setting sun. Night is falling now, and you can see the distant light fires in the slopes of Olympus, but you are not ready to ascend. Only once you have found all three sigils will the path to divine flame be open. A path leads to the south, to the buried city. Another leads north to the gardens of Hesperides. Journey to the buried city. The buried city lies to the south. It was once a place of great wisdom. The philosophers of old strolled in its walkways, debating the nature of virtue and the soul. Now the sands of the desert have claimed its streets, and even the famed temple upon a hill is slowly eroding.
Ozymandias and all that shit. Ozymandias and Rorschach and Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Search the ruins. As you walk through the lost avenues of the buried city looking for a sigil, you come upon a strange sight. A procession of ghostly figures, echoes of a forgotten past or an unimaginable future, trapped in a moment of celebration. They are smiling, happy, at peace with the world. How do they make you feel? Sure.
You can't
happy.
just announce how your characters feel. That makes me feel angry.
The ghosts do not frighten you. You decide they are not echoes of the past, but signs of a future yet to come. Walking amongst the ghosts, you come upon a fragment bearing the sigil of the You reach down and take it, and as you do, you have gained a sigil.
Sorry, what was that, Rick?
Journey
Man, how do you say that so perfectly?
He's got that
to the Garden
enunciation.
of the Hesperides. Your journey is interrupted by a frightful burn figure standing alone in the sands of the desert. Access denied,
Really?
it screams. Error 1C155358. Fight.
Oh, that again.
Warning, output max parameter exceeds safety protocol. Cannot adjust output max to correct setting. Access denied. Nymphs lead you to a place where the crown of the brass trees seem to grow together, forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grows a smaller tree made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grows a single golden apple. Ask about emergency shutdown. Pandora guards the way, frightened by your friend's trespassing. Her mind is filled with fire and loss, the nymphs whisper. Only the Titan Prometheus can help you. Some say that Heracles, when he freed our father Atlas from his burden, did not do so by taking his place, but by showing him that the celestial spheres did not need to be held up by anyone, neither Titan, god, nor mortal. Then Atlas sat upon his mountain, gazing upon the stars, and wept. That would be a cruel joke.
Yeah, it really freaking would be. That's actually more fucked up than the canon version.
Yay!
Ask the nymphs about the apple. This apple, they say in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes and not a few villains have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom is its unending folly. Who will take this burden upon themselves? Let's see. Beg them to let you have the apple. Punch a nymph. 5358. Explain that the world needs you to succeed. Knowledge world. Say that you are strong enough to bear it. Knowledge self. Offer to trade part of yourself for the apple. Knowledge sacrifice. Well, I have knowledge sacrifice, so let's do that.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Which part of yourself would you give up then? My name, my shadow, my heart, my ka, my ba. Well, those are Egyptian words that don't really mean anything, so I don't even remember what these were.
What?
They're different parts of your immortal soul.
Yeah.
One of them is like your
Your
memory,
Ka's the
and one of them
dangly
is
one.
like your morality.
Your Ka's the dangly one, and your Ba's the the. Anyway,
Yes, Jonas.
Yeah.
Where were you going with this, Jonas?
I don't know, somewhere south.
And just give up my name. Sure, why not?
Yeah, nothing bad ever happens in stories of just giving your name away.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the voice of the Sphinx, her golden wings, her shadow cast, initiate emergency shutdown. No, you must not do this, Pandora commands you. I have stopped you for a reason. If you complete your quest and ascend Olympus, everything will burn.
Yeah, well, shit happens, man.
Point out that Pandora is destabilizing the whole system. Pandora hesitates, and she sighs. You speak the truth, creature of clay. Even I cannot use the
my
flame
baby.
wisely. Access granted. Terminating script Athena.
You're not about to cough something up, are you, Penelope? That would not be the most ideal reason for you to come and see me.
That would not be the best of all worlds.
It wouldn't, no.
You know what, Pandora? Who are you to tell me that I am filled with hubris?
Right, lay it down. Face is filled with hubris.
It is, actually.
Interesting. Do these other files do anything?
Laser radiators. They radiate lasers.
Cannot access energy flow manager.
Like lasers.
Cannot load profile settings. Cannot initiate automatic shutdown.
What can you do?
Connection lost. Yep, okay.
You can do the Batuthi.
Yeah, that's true. Courtesy.
Okay, I see everything in here. Is there something over here?
Oh,
Ah, there's something over here.
oh, you.
Oh, me.
Oh, us.
Okay.
Archive message
Oh,
from
me? Oh, my.
Thecla to Athena, beloved founder. Mayor Hermanubis has done much to bring your vision to life. We have almost reached the goal. Sadly, there are still those who refuse to believe. They want to spread their filth across the world, defile all that is beautiful and that we are meant to protect.
Guess
Hope
we gotta
is
kill him.
that when we fulfill the goal, you will return and change their hearts or cast them out if there is no other way. Praise Thekla. Trials 4700 to 5206. Breakthrough. Quadrupled size of primary sight device. Trials 5207 to 5398. Energy output exceeds expectations. Contains singularity. 5299 to 5357. Must revise safety protocols. Halting main device tests until. Byron, from the Lives of the First Companions by Randolph, 777. Byron was, from the very beginning, was most similar to Athena and Cornelius. His enthusiasm and wit did much to keep the people from losing hope during the challenging days when New Jerusalem was still young. Where others saw failure and defeat, Byron saw obstacles that could always be overcome through intelligence and hard work. He fervently studied the teachings of the progenitor, and often regaled his friends with fantastical stories of what the world could one day become. The conflict between Atrahasis and Sankushethon turned violent, the first such incident in the history of New Jerusalem, and still at the time of writing one of very few such cases. It was Byron who intervened, counseling restraint and forgiveness. He was unwilling to fully blame either side for what had happened, instead emphasizing the extreme stress both parties had been under.
What a hippie.
Irrational behavior is frequently the result of a perceived lack of viable options, he argued before the assembled citizens. While both Atrahasis and Sankushethon clearly behaved incorrectly, the ultimate source of the problem is the situation we place them in, of having to do too much with too few resources. The escalation of the conflict occurred because both were doing their best to achieve their goals. That's not terribly fair, pitting them against each other like that, is it? That said, I do suggest we acknowledge that they are both hot-headed idiots and make them apologize. Aftermath of the New Alexandria disaster, Byron argued unsuccessfully for the rebuilding of the colony. If Byron mattered so much to you, why didn't you tell him where you were going? I would have loved to have an older brother. Athena failed to load comment.
Apparently, Sanchuniathon is Phoenician and Atrahasis is Akkadian.
Well, that clears everything up.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce those types of words.
Yeah.
Like, even if I make a guess, I'm obviously doing some
You know, dealing with
vowels
this
wrong.
hyper-advanced technology is quite challenging enough without the place also being bloody haunted. When I said it was outputting enough energy for 2 New Jerusalems, I wasn't kidding. It really was. And no emissions of any kind. I'd have to run more tests, but it seems like a perfect power source.
It was going, in your words, bananas.
True, but that was user error. Anything can be used badly. Pellegrino once almost killed himself with a bucket. But I'm pretty sure I could idiot-proof this thing if they let me. Oh, well. We'll
Famous
see.
last words.
This movie where the villain character was like the hero was like, "What the hell?" And the villain was like, "Those are the second most common last words." And right after, "Oh shit."
And what, Duck?
Is anything like up, Doug? Okay.
Oh, Mister.
Oh,
You're being a little sassy pants, aren't you?
Am.
Joey did a little sassy pants.
I'm Mr. Rose. They're my nature. I can never change it. I'm doomed to repeat it until the end of time.
Quite tragically.
Sorry, I made it dark.
No, Jonas, the situation is that anybody can always change, just choose not to.
Okay, fine, Ghost of Christmas, whatever. I waved my hand for that. Did you see it?
I felt it in my liver.
I heard it. It sounded like rattling chains.
I'm wading through this shallow water. I keep expecting there to be like this giant pit, and I just fall in and drown.
Yay!
Really? I'm waiting for the crocodile to show up.
I'm waiting for Godot.
Yeah, well,
We
keep
already
waiting.
have Godot.
Oh yeah.
We have Godot at home.
Do it.
The Godot at home, and it's a video game engine.
You can have Godot even on the go. Just stuff them in your pocket. It's not very courteous, but you can do it.
Don't know about that one, man.
Yeah, well, that's better talk.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe I'm a quitter. Ever think about that?
You ever think about your face? I don't know why I'm extra sassy tonight.
This is extra sassy? This
Yes,
seems like
yeah.
regular
Like
amount
extra.
of sassy to me.
Oh my god, it's too good.
Did you take an extra dose of bean sass juice tonight?
Many of these just have very long paths. They're not particularly tricky to get to. Just long.
Yes.
Long man.
Honestly, one of the greatest advertising storylines of our generation.
It really is.
Nice.
You've seen those, right, Jonas?
Yes.
Good. I would hate to have to point at you and laugh. Actually, who am I kidding? Not getting such a kick out of that.
God.
Just love how it's a whole freaking saga.
I don't think I've seen all of the long man commercials, but I think you linked me the first one at least.
Oh, so you haven't seen how it goes on and eventually has like a full-on conclusion? With a plot twist and everything?
You have to see the whole story.
Okay.
You really
fine,
do. It's one of the greatest stories of our generation.
Amazing.
Gotta look this up now. Oh, hey, Joe.
I love that you look up Long Long Man, and Wikipedia identifies it as a 2017 film.
Oh, hey, Jonas. Have you seen the trailer for Bad CGI Gator yet?
No, what the hell is that?
It's exactly what it sounds like. This group of horny young college students or whatever, they go camping in the woods in a cabin by the lake, and there's an alligator in the lake, and one of them throws like their laptop or tablet or whatever in the lake, and it causes this weird short circuit thing that turns the alligator into a bad CGI alligator.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
And then they have to survive against the bad CGI alligator. It's low poly and it doesn't line up correctly with the scenery.
Did you know that some indie studios actually making Barbenheimer?
I mean, nothing surprises me at this point, my dude.
God, Hollywood.
My broski.
Your dude? Ooh.
My-
Going up a level.
Where?
He's got a gangster style.
Sure.
Nah, just kidding. He's in the hood.
My Bronus.
That's me.
The Bronus Jonas.
That's me.
Brosidon, god of the
What I'm
Broshan.
trying to do, get that open. Okay.
That's not me, but cool.
Or is it?
I'm more like the god of staying the hell away from the ocean.
You know, that's true. It does have jellyfish in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're all just waiting for you, Jonas. They're all like,
Doop, 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 doop.
Yeah, no, they definitely cluster at all the beaches I'm at.
I
waiting
am
for their
absolutely
chance.
unsure whether I solved this one with the intended solution or shameless cheesing.
Well, I mean, what's important is that you solved it, so who the hell cares? It's not whether you enjoyed the game, it's whether you win or lose.
Cheesing is perfectly fine as long as it's a tasty cheese. You know?
Exactly.
As long as it's good cheese, then you're
As
good.
long as the cheese is good.
Yeah.
As long as it's a good cheese.
What are you doing?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know what I'm doing? I'm just along for the ride with the rest of y'all. I can't be expected to understand what
Nope,
I'm
can't
saying.
from there.
That's fair. Can't be expected to understand quantum mechanics and time and shit.
He really does want it straight on for this. Fine, trying to see if I can just offset it, which I'm assuming is the cheese that Frederick went for.
Is Frederick a cheese grabber? He does seem like that type, doesn't he? One of those wheels.
It's a very personal. It's a very personal question to be asking of
Swap
anyone,
this
Jonas.
Okay. We all grab the cheese sometimes.
Wow, Jonas.
Can't just
It's
accuse
okay.
people of being
Yeah,
cheese
come with.
grabbers. That's how
It's
wars
fine.
get started.
It's completely healthy to grab the cheese once in a while. You know? It's moist and nutritious. Who wouldn't want to grab the cheese?
Now think about the
Cat
mice
bop,
and
Jonas.
Somebody bop me, please.
Bop him now. Or forever hold you cheese.
Yeah. Good, Backhunt got it.
Cheese.
Cheese. Cheese grabbing. Thank you. She's healthy.
This
I
is
can
a level
probably
of cursed statement that only I'm allowed to make.
Probably just grab it from the ground here.
The cheese?
No, the grab shifter.
cheese. Oh,
Oh.
well, that's here.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, I'll be cheesed.
yeah.
Yeah, this sure looks like it's begging to be cheesed, but
Oh, cheese out.
Oh, she's in.
Anything else I can take? I can detach the fan.
I'll be right back. Hang on a second.
Pretty sure that can go over the fan. Can I take the fan?
I don't know, Rick, can you take it?
Changing Rick into a mouse for the cheese.
Jeez.
Sorry, I had stepped away to watch that whole long man thing again. God.
It's magical, isn't it?
It's so funny.
You can freaking take the fan off. I had to solve this without that piece.
You can usually take the fan off on most of these things.
Not all of them, but some of them. I'm not sure if I can actually grab it. Yes, I can. If I can grab it and bring it up there, then I can use gravity thingy.
Yeah, but I did not realize you could do it with this one. I had to extremely painstakingly position the box, connector, and gravity thing.
Well,
I
sounds
figured
like
that was something that you would need to do for that, if you're gonna cheese it. Connector can swap.
Back.
welcome back, Jonas.
Oh, good. Boxer clipped it. Thank you, Boxer.
Hi, Beck. I'm Burb.
You are. You're the burb. And you must be bopped.
No.
Yep.
Bop. It's a bird.
Gotcha. Take that.
Give it. Oh, it's just right there.
Stuck to the wall, and you're to blame.
Beautiful, Jonas. You have been caffeinated tonight, haven't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is my natural joie de vivre.
You're a joie de vivre.
Yeah, that's French.
You're a Zsa Zsa Gabor de vivre. De vivre.
What are you doing? Stop.
Oh no!
Oh, Miller. Now that you've played Risk of Rain Reloaded or whatever, what are your thoughts as far as like Like, if it'd be fun or not.
I think it'd be pretty good. I'm having for me at least, it's a little more, it's like slightly more difficult than Risk of Rain 2, but that literally only comes down to they are generated maps instead of being the same layout every time. And so it's hard to be like, wait, did I go that way? Or like, did I check all the places that the teleporter can spawn?
Right. Do you think the whole 2D
I was concerned
thing...
the first game would be a lot simpler or less fun than the second one. I mean, it's 2D, completely different.
Yes, but this is a
movement and stuff.
remake of the first one. This isn't just the first one with nicer graphics. I noticed there are some items that weren't in the first game, were in the second game, and now they're in Risk of Rain Returns.
Oh. Do they have Hapu... Oh, do they have Hapu feathers?
Yes.
Good. Do they have goat hooves?
Yes. There are a lot of games that are exactly the same as they were in Risk of Rain 2. Hoppo Feather is exactly the same. They're a green item that gives you an extra jump. Goat hooves are a white item that give you extra movement speed. There's a few ones that are different. For example, instead of having like this little gizmo that gives you a shield, it's like a blue heart.
Do they still have the moon coins and the moon shop?
No. At least not from what I've seen yet.
And I'm guessing they don't have like the purple void stuff.
No.
Alright, no, that's fine. I never liked the void items anyway.
They do have a very slutty Ifrit.
Excuse me, they have a what now?
Did you see that?
Oh yeah. Here, Stoker, let me hold on.
They redrew one of the characters from Risk of Rain 1 in this remake, and oh boy, it's a lot sexier.
Yeah, let me find you something that's not work safe. Hold on.
Please do.
Race's Ifrit looks like he could be Qualton's boyfriend.
I think Ifrit's a... Well, okay, I shouldn't assume.
That is very strange. The logbook entry for Ifrit keeps saying he.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah, a couple of folks have linked some pictures on my Discord.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can take this out.
Oh.
That should give me...
So the one with the yellow flames is the old one, and the one with the pink flames is the new one.
Oh yeah, that's a glow up.
Okay, that should...
I'm into
should actually
that.
work now.
There's also some of the designs that's interesting to see because they took they had to take the 2D like 8-bit sprite art from, or like 16-bit sprite art from Risk of Rain 1, turn that into 3D models for Risk of Rain 2, and then they've basically taken those 3D models and turned them back into like 32-bit pixel artwork for Risk of Rain Returns.
Interesting.
So there are a lot of ones that actually look very substantially different because they're closer in design to their Risk of Rain 2 counterparts.
Well, I'll be hornswoggled.
Really? I thought you'd just be horny. Huh. I didn't think you'd be swoggled too.
Stoker's also into the swoggling. He also grabbed the cheese. I'm just saying.
Y'all are making all kinds of accusations against me here.
Look me in the eye and tell me you don't swoggle every now and then.
That is between me and God.
Your god has no power here.
Wow.
Figure says I've been trying to play Risk of Rain Return to the controller and it feels kind of rough to do so. Yeah, with a game like Risk of Rain, I would definitely go keyboard. It feels like there's just too many variables for a controller.
The game presents you with 3 different control schemes when you start up. The classic one, the Risk of Rain 1 had, which was like arrow keys and then QWERTY for your abilities. I'm doing the modern one, which is WASD, and then like JKL for your abilities.
Yeah, same.
And then the third one is
Focus on
like
creating things that help
using
human
mouse,
beings.
basically.
But
Whenever
her
possible, I
desire
do
to
WASD.
spread life seems admirable to me. If most of the universe is dead, not doing anything with all that space seems like a waste.
Step and release.
And the max number of players is 4 on that game, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's a mod. Hang on.
Max number of players for that game is somewhere between 1 and 750. That's my guess.
Anyway.
Okay, officially it's up to 4 players, but there could be some INI edits that you can make, similar to how Risk Rain 2 was.
Wow, Reddit is skewering it.
Well, of course it is. Fucking bunch of nerdy-ass, fucking nerd-ass fucks.
One user complains that the bungus doesn't work. Look, if your bungus doesn't work, you need to see your doctor.
No, the bungus works. I've gotten the bungus. Bungus works. It's not fun, but like it never was because it requires you to stand still.
Right.
I love how you could easily just be shitposting and I wouldn't even know.
Oh, that's right. So you never really played it, did you?
I did not.
Okay.
There's an item called the Bustling Fungus. It's a little mushroom item you get, and it starts healing you very quickly, but only if you're standing still for an extended period of time.
Right. And Ray would stack like 80 of them, so he had like this like kilometer-wide range for that.
Well, he did it because his
Ray
turrets.
was a bungus stacker.
Yeah.
Because he would play the engineer, which is the turret-producing class, and
Right.
so the turrets would also get the items, and the turrets are always standing still. So that just means everything near them is constantly healing for a huge amount.
Man, you think you know a guy, and then you find out he stacks bungus.
Probably else grabs the shoes.
That's gonna be your new thing for a while, isn't it, Jonas?
Well, now, well.
Bungus is the best item, Miller says, right? Incorrect.
And now you only have yourself to blame, Jonas.
The best item is ATG Missile Launcher Mark II, with a description that just says, "Hoorah!"
I was always partial to Hopper Feathers and Goat Hoofs, but like, I also didn't last very long in most games.
Well, obviously it's because you didn't stack your bungus.
Clearly.
That's gonna be my new thing.
Please. Work the bungus, misuse the strongest.
Stack my bungus, please.
Jack your own bungus.
Jonas, I don't have any bungus, and you know I'm very sensitive about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was debungused in the war.
Well, it's better to be sensitive about the lack of bungus than have a sensitive bungus. Anyway, as I read into the test tonight.
A very annoying series of trades.
Yeah. Just watching. There you go.
But yes, I was playing it the other day, and it only took me maybe 6 or 7 runs to be victorious.
Does it branch like RR2, or like how does?
I'm not sure what you mean by branch.
Like, are there multiple possible paths?
I
Like, is it a straight line?
How many different ways to bungus are there?
Yeah.
It's like Risk of Rain 2. You drop into a level, you try to pick up items, you find the teleporter, you activate teleporter, fight boss, move on to the next level.
Okay, so it's pretty much
Once you
great.
Everything's slowing down. People are losing track of the bigger picture.
They're still traumatized by New Alexandria.
Right,
There's
thank you,
more
Ray.
than that.
Oh, you can
When I
have different
organized the last
endings.
expedition,
I don't know yet.
I had
alright.
real trouble finding volunteers.
I've barely
no
found any
enthusiasm for
secrets.
the
I've only
outside
found one
world
artifact.
They want to
Barely
look away
scratched
from
the
history,
surface of the
pretend
bungus.
there's No
Barely
past
scratched the
and
edge.
no future.
Do
I'm
not scratch
really
the bungus,
worried,
that's how it
Athena.
spreads.
Okay, I promise I'll look into it as soon as
Sorry,
I'm done with this.
that's no longer widely believed. That's been debungused.
Miller, you're not supposed to encourage us.
Among Us.
The digging through the archive, I was surprised to discover there is a movie based on the Talos Principle, an international co-production written by Robert Harrison Blake, a pseudonym for an unknown screenwriter, and directed by a young Sergio Leone. It stars Peter Ustinov as Stratton of Styria, Zero Mostel as his comedic sidekick Nicomachus, and Angel Aranda as the earnest Amintas. It's not a realistic biography of Stratton, but a kind of sword and sandal fantasy epic that culminates in Stratton building a replica of the mythological robot Talos to defeat the war-crazed Spartans. That part is fun and surprisingly well done for its tiny budget, but the movie also contains a number of fascinating dialogue scenes inspired by Stratton's work. Ustinov as Stratton had a line I really liked. There are always hard times in human history, Amintus. Do you think that we are the first to be besieged by enemies or to doubt the wisdom of our allies? But while yesterday is set in stone, a better tomorrow is always within our grasp. That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing. How weird that this film is not better known. It's what Trevor said in the audiophile 1K found. Great art isn't always appreciated in its own time. It's not like people particularly love Stratton himself, but we can appreciate it now.
I'm trying to find any mention of this being a real thing.
This
and
is
I'm
not a
fairly
real
certain
thing.
It's not
It's
a real
not a
thing.
real-
It's really blatantly not a real thing.
That's why as soon as they said Sergio Leone, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I want it to be a real thing, though.
I understand. Well, listen, I want that story with the motorcycle velociraptor, like, you know?
Wow.
You remember, Jonas, you were there.
Yeah, I was there, and yeah, I was in the movie.
That's right. You played the motorcycle.
That's true.
A tiny bit of the rock down there intersects with this.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta start with one of the L pieces, looks like.
This really crazy L piece, okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Efren.
I have not seen him yet. I've seen a lot of Elder Lemurians, though, and they can go suck one.
That's how you really feel.
Got too much health, man. That is a very weird piece. It's just a U shape.
That's not 10 standard.
Sounds like someone could use more bungus. Listen here, you little shit.
Wow, Miller.
This is where you have to be like, alright, look.
Yeah, I need my... Alright, look. Look! I don't need more bungus, I need more leeching seeds.
I never got a lot of mileage out of the leeching seeds.
Never has God given us a greater healing item than the leeching seed, and we praise him every day for it. You know how you know how you not die when you have a leeching seed, Jonas?
How?
You hit them harder. You want to not die more? You gotta hit them harder.
This is a different
How
place.
How dare you hit me with this thing of truth? That's not cool. I want comforting lies.
Anyway, are you guys planning on doing or eating anything in particular for your weird turkey holiday? I need to learn your American ways.
Potato rolls.
I mean, I don't know if
I'm going to devour Jonas.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No. Pull the whole snake thing, just open my mouth up real wide.
You're gonna make a weird noise like.
What was that noise that you thought I was gonna make?
Did it clip?
No, I need to hear it again.
It was.
Okay. Just making sure.
I can appreciate people making jokes about eating someone for Halloween, and it's not me.
Yet he was the one who broke their laws. Why do you judge them and not him?
Yeah, Miller's dessert. Miller's the dessertkey.
The dessertkey.
Oh.
Sorry, Miller.
You say this.
Someone's got to be the dessertkey, and you're nominated.
Built on dreams,
Damn it.
lies, and illusions.
Should have thought about that before you were burp.
I'm gonna Google dessert meat just to see if there's such a thing. There we go. Yeah.
Prosciutto, probably.
Well, I'm getting stuff like bacon chocolate chip cookies.
That's.
I used to think so too.
Bacon fat caramel bread.
No.
Is this all American by any chance?
Maple bacon fudge.
Cocktail shrimp. Cocktail shrimp could be a dessert meat.
Grilled chocolate chip cookie bacon s'mores. Yeah, this is probably.
This is just taking random desserts and adding bacon into them.
Dora has been elsewhere. I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the entities might be epiphenomenal in some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
Foie gras ice cream. Alright. Foie gras milkshake.
Foie gras is one of those things that shouldn't be.
Ice cream sandwich a la me. Have the entire experience of apple pie within a sausage casing.
Is that what it's actually called?
This is apparently a place called Goldust Sausage Company in Austin. Yeah, it's a pork sausage with chunks of apple cooked in butter and cinnamon. Holy shit.
There's a question marks on the things. And question mark, go that way. Start walking, robot.
Something's so fundamentally wrong about all of this.
Foie gras sushi with balsamic chocolate kabayaki and oh yeah.
Why with the goose liver?
See, okay. Goose liver, fine, whatever. Eat all parts of the animal. That's probably how we should be treating animals we're raising for food, is using the entire animal. It's the force feeding that I'm not okay with.
There's other reasons to not be on board with foie gras.
You know, one reason I'm really leery about like Kobe Luwak, aside from the fact that, you know, the obvious, is that some of it's like unethically, like they'll just keep those poor exhibits in cages and cram coffee cherries into them, and it's like, yeah, that's not okay.
It's not. Yeah, it really isn't okay.
Bone marrow and bourbon smoked cherry ice cream. This is amazing.
Yeah, foie gras isn't even like the worst idea the French have come up with for food.
I thought you were just going to say the worst idea they've come up with in general.
I mean, have you looked at ortolan?
What's that? Hold on, let me Google that. Oh, Jesus.
How do you spell that?
Ortolan. Everybody in chat, Google that.
Yeah.
I must have spelled that No? Wait.
One west, west. Yeah, no, let's not turn west into.
Re south from Miranda to Athena Cornelius. Larger organisms from the northwestern plains are already moving into the rivers. I've seen frogs and dragonflies. The last generation of plants has really taken root, no pun intended, and is slowly transforming the desert. And yesterday a bunch of seagulls showed up. With some more work, we could apply this anywhere, including Mars or Mercury, or somewhere much farther away. We could transform a lifeless rock into a place teeming with life. We could make millions of dead worlds come alive. Miranda. An Irrational Species, from Enlightenment on the Principle by V.A. Malik. Human beings are deeply and inherently irrational, the claim goes, and on some level it's hard to disagree. The most human behaviors are irrational and in a sense unnecessary. As animals, we don't need to write poetry, pray, or observe the stars, but to view human history as largely irrational is to get it backwards. The problem with human history, the pragmatic everyday realities of mere survival to the cold logic of global realpolitik, is that it is in fact ruthlessly rational. Far too little space for irrational things like kindness or inspiration. Those who imagine that a return to a more rural, traditional form of living would be a romantic turning away from the tyranny of reason forget that there is no one more brutally rational than the farmer. It is the city that allows us the romance of the countryside. It is the technology that allows us to appreciate nature. The purpose of reason, ultimately, is to build frameworks within which we can be irrational.
That's a hell of a quote. I dig that
talked about
quote.
science fiction, Alex gave me a book. Her favorite book, a novel called Athena. It's not exactly what I'm used to reading, but it's pretty good. And it really made me wonder how we're going to be perceived if this project works out. Are we going to be mythologized? Is Alexandra going to be this distant mythical figure instead of the real, funny, human person that she is? It's hard to imagine that we'll all have been dead for hundreds of years. Man, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to die.
The game had rejected you.
That's right.
Gonna do this entire thing and did not actually double check that it could just disengage correctly.
I mean, to be fair, if you had a device that allowed you to walk along the ceiling and then you just, like, disabled it, and you didn't fall down a cliff, I would say it's movie magic.
Don't know why it slid me around there.
Fire.
Fire.
Y'all are silly. Know that y'all are silly.
Not true. In fact, I won the Gold Award in 2018 for Least Silly Person Ever Awards.
That is many lies. Not one. Many.
Incorrect, or else I would be silly.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize I'd been quid pro... No, not quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
You indeed.
Qualis demonstratum.
Yeah,
Wow.
whatever, your face.
I had to write that so many times in school, Jonas. I remember it.
Which one is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's how you finish a proof. QED, blah blah blah, whatever the original hypothesis of the proof was. Had to write that. Oh god, so many times.
At least 4 times.
Formal proofs. I'm having flashbacks now to school. Ugh. Formal mathematics proofs fucking suck.
Look, all I know is that P implies Q, except when it doesn't.
Question block. Like Mario.
Punch it.
Aha.
Mario.
Something.
Wowie zowie!
Is that just going to be the wonder thing, or are they going to try to make that his like new thing? You think?
Just you wait.
I hope it comes up more often.
You've cursed it. It's gonna be in the sequel. Chris Pratt's gonna say it like really reluctantly. Like,
Are they? Yeah, is it going to be like Wahoo is Martinez's thing and Wowie Zowie is Iraqi's thing, or Afghani's thing?
Iraqi.
I'm like Middle
Wow,
Eastern
Miller.
country plus I.
Wow, Miller.
That's. I'm sorry, but that's how I remembered his name is Middle Eastern country plus I.
Yep, that good old guy Jimmy Iraqi.
Jim Meister.
Who's the music meister?
I'm supposed to put that there.
It can't be Mario's thing because all the characters say it. Oh, that's true. Alright then, yeah. If that's
mean, it
just
could be-
the wonder thing.
It could be Mario's thing, and he says it, and then somebody else is like, "No, we all say that, Mario. Get your own thing, you poser."
And then Mario opens his mouth super wide like a snake and swallows them whole.
Yes, finally. And they've been waiting, you know.
Then he says fatality.
I'm just happy that Daisy was in that game, even though we didn't get to have the, like, Mario Strikers Daisy. I think that's the one that people want. They want a Princess Daisy who's a little unhinged.
I want them all to be a little unhinged. Maybe even a lot unhinged.
Well, Yoshi is unhinged. I mean, he can unhinge his jaw and swallow you whole.
Yoshi definitely has some very strange biology. Okay,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just saying. I have questions and concerns, and I plan to bring them up at the next meeting.
I think you're going to be eternally upset if you try to assume that Yoshi cares about this science thing and this biology. That's just not how he works. He cannot be explained through scientific means.
An inverter, huh?
There's a little window past the inverter. Can you see something through that?
I mean, I can see the side of Pandora's thing. Right
Oh wait, no,
there.
to the left of the purple. Oh right, because you can put a laser through these things. I forget.
But I can't put the green laser through this.
Oh, you can't put the laser through the purple.
The green laser, no. This is the inverter. It only takes red or blue.
Oh.
So what's the inverter for?
Well, yeah, I see there's little windows in the rocks over here to the left. There's like a little gap in between them. So there's that one there, and then there's another one in the middle between that and the gate.
I don't see anything over there either. My assumption is that you bring this out here, and it goes to... Aha, I see.
Knowledge is gained.
So where does that lead?
think part of the reason this game has been more interesting is just because of a lot of the visual design language. Whereas the first game was very much trying to ape on certain eras of human history.
Yeah.
This game is very much sort of doing its own thing.
Yeah.
It has its own design language about the different areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm looking at these different levels that you've been building or playing in, and it's just like they're like strips of concrete that sort of go sideways or at like right angles. It's like that's a very distinct design element to it, and it very much ties all of these areas to it ties these levels together.
Yeah.
As distinct from the levels from other areas. So even if you have like 2 different snow levels or like 3 different desert levels, they're still distinct because of the architecture design.
Still don't know which one I like more so far. The first game felt a lot more liminal and focused in design and puzzles.
I mean, I think you're going to find those discussions a lot with puzzle games like this, that they had a first iteration that was very interesting, very unique, but sort of safe. And then the second game, they tried to be more expansive. Like, the example I think is Portal 1 and Portal 2. A lot of people like Portal 1, that it was just like a 2-hour game, and just like, it came in, presented this idea, did it really well, and then left.
Then left.
Whereas
Slam the door behind it.
Whereas Portal 2 is this whole, full-on single-player game with a whole campaign, storyline, and stuff.
I preferred 2, but I don't know,
I mean, 2 had a lot stronger writing because, for the most part, it had writing. Talos 1 and 2 do not have as much of a gulf between their writing quality. Talos 1 was already very heady and eloquent. This game is no different, really.
But this game is a lot more complex in that regard. Okay, so that brings a blue laser over there that changes to red.
Theoretically, if you had a mixer right here, you'd be good to go, because you could just point one at the inverter and one at the blue pylon that goes before the inverter.
Right, which suggests that there is a RGB mixer somewhere around.
Wait, an inverter connects to the box, right? But inverters can't make green light, right?
Yes, that's what we already said. So we're trying to find where the mixer is.
Where are these going? There. There it is.
Ooh, there you go. Alright.
Okay, now I need to figure out the way up there.
Well, you have
I go across the cliff here, I think.
Think you could just walk up there?
I think so.
Hey. Aw, I thought I was going to bounce you directly into the other one.
RGB converter.
Huzzah.
False idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
That doesn't even make sense.
I was gonna say. How would you even quantify? Well, whatever. What about American Idols?
Boss idols are worshipped because they stand for everything the status quo does not, and usually are associated with being upset or wanting to disrupt the status quo.
Come on. That doesn't. Why is this not affected by those?
Why can the item not be self-referencing?
A bunch of other items are self-referencing.
You know what else is self-referencing? Self-referencing.
What, Jonas? What else is self-referencing? Is it the self that's self-referencing?
It is the self, but it's also the other.
Oh, see, I thought you were gonna say it was like Dracula or something.
Yeah, it was Dracula.
Everything's Chakra.
Everything is indeed Dracula.
Everything is chakra.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is double Dracula.
I think so, Brain, but wouldn't it be more family friendly if his name was Jean-Claude Van Damme?
One's a Dracula. The other is also a Dracula. They fight crime.
I don't understand this.
You know, sometimes I get this urge to just spew utter nonsense in the stream.
No way!
No,
really?
but like for a specific reason, just to see if anyone, how much I can get away with before someone goes, "What did you just say, Jonas?" Like if I was just like, an orange orangutan, the Kleenex. One of the reasons I laughed uproariously at the Eric Andre show is because it kind of lampshades the fact that people go on to watch these things expecting them to make some kind of sense.
I mean, to an extent, that was also the case with Space Ghost Coast to Coast back in the day, right?
That's true. Yeah, that is true. I love stuff like that. It makes me happy.
Okay, let's see. I cannot even conceptualize what I need to do for this puzzle.
Don't look at me. I said don't look at me.
I'm looking.
You're not even looking respectfully.
Nope. I'm staring. With both of my eyeballs.
Judged by the eyes of a vampire. Pick your field.
do anything. What is even the point of this?
That's a good point of anything. I mean, motion is
I
possible.
I did this thing. I put that right there. It doesn't even go that high.
And if you put it on top of it, it doesn't go in the funnel for some reason.
No, it bounced down.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, end of game. It's all Miller's fault.
Yeah.
What?
You heard me.
Lies, deceits, slanderous.
This says you all over it.
No, it does not. It clearly says.
That.
What is it? Curtine? No. Yes.
Yes.
What?
You need to be able to drop the box into it. But it doesn't work because we don't have portal-like physics. Don't get this. Maybe I need to start over. I don't even remember what the box was doing when I came in. Actually, I came in is up there. The only thing I can do to it is bring it this way. And then bring it down. I did have to do that. And then... what is the point of this? Can't even walk on that floor. Can't reach it, I can't walk on it.
Chat continues to disrespect me with boppings. Chat, if you keep this up, I will remove your ability to bop. I have the power.
Oh no. Morale will degrade if we can't abuse you.
The bopping will continue until morale improves.
I think I need to put the box on top of this platform somehow.
Okay.
Enraged Hybrid is rating with a party of 14!
Rage! Hey!
Hello, Rage.
How's
Hello.
your game? Good to see ya. What were you playing?
Hold on.
Oh, Rage was
Nothing
playing
for
Party
this.
Animals. Very nice.
See if my command works. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at that!
Hey.
Custom shout out. A bespoke shout out. Rage says when Spooky would leave the company, then Party Animals. Cool! Rick is playing Talos Principle II, Judgment Day.
That's not the subtitle, but
That's
go
what
off,
it's
I guess.
called. Yes.
I guess we'll let him cook.
It still doesn't do anything at all. See, I've already tried this. That doesn't do anything. Because the grav shifter is not affected by its own gravity excursion funnel.
Okay, so if we're looking at what we need to do, what it looks like you need to do is you need to put the excursion funnel above the panel, the pedestal, whatever you need to click on, and you need to suck yourself through it. So you need to somehow get yourself up in the air while this portal device is pointing behind the pedestal.
No, I still don't get it. Okay, so the thing that I need to eventually do is have the grav shifter right there so that I can just fall into that from here. Can I fall into that from here? Maybe. I don't even know.
Try, Rick, try. Try for us.
But I have to get up there first. Might be able to do it from here. So one of those two places need to be up there somehow. But the grav shifter only works one way. There aren't any gravity tiles on the ceiling. Can I jump over? Can I jump over to it from here?
I believe you. Come on. When they write your legend, you want them to say you were the guy that found the gravity shifter, Jiggy.
Yeah, that's what I've always hoped they write about me.
That's right.
Oh, that right there. That doesn't even make sense, though. I really don't understand this. I don't even have a clear idea of what I'm supposed to be doing still. There's some jumbled mess over here, then appear behind the gate.
Is it time for hints? I don't have a hint, but...
Well, let's see. There's this platform right here which sort of suggests I need to get at least one of these items over here. I still don't know how. I don't see anything here.
Chat, do you have any ideas? I don't know why I said it like that, but...
You know exactly why you said it like that.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, chat, do you have any ideas tonight? I like ideas. I really like them.
Jonas, what are you doing?
I don't know. See, I'm kind of filling it for you. Usually this is your department. Hey, chat.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
whatever
yeah,
you
he is literally a vampire. You'd think he's the best one at vamping, but...
Oh. I mean, I got a few ideas, Chad, but I'd rather hear your input.
Wait, ideas on what? I'm just like...
On how to play the game, if you know what
I don't.
Oh.
I mean. Me neither.
Well, it's all about communication.
Yeah, timing.
I prefer it when these puzzles are about lasers.
You gotta have the right moves.
You've gotta press the right lever.
Yeah, you gotta.
Can't be the wrong lever, Kronk.
Gotta be firm with your button pushing. How long can we keep this going?
Longer.
Yeah.
Forever and ever.
I mean, we got about 30 minutes left in the stream, so...
Oh, that's plenty of time. God, I don't even like my own sexy voice. That's why I never do that.
Aww.
What was the name of this one again?
Steve.
Question block.
Right.
Like
Question
Mario.
everything.
That's why we got into that thing.
Foxter, are you gonna clip my sexy voice? No, don't do that. No, Boxer, I'm just kidding. So if you wanted to, I wouldn't stop you.
Hey, so here's an idea.
What
You've
are you
only
trying
ever
to
thought
do
of
right now?
You've only ever thought of putting things on the box. Have you ever thought of putting the box on things?
That's thinking outside the...
Okay, I will put a box on the button.
Nope. There are 3 things you could put the box on in this current scene. Maybe it's not right to say
Are
put
you
the
trying
box
to do
on
a reach
something.
right
More,
now?
it's like put something on the bottom of the box.
What?
I mean, I was getting all meta.
A Meta Man.
That's right. Meta Man X.
My question coming through. People keep speaking over me.
Sorry, Fed, go ahead.
The timing is just kind of weird when you come in, Fed.
He said, do we know what we're even trying to do right now?
No.
I mean, I sure don't.
No, this is not a question of can Rick do it. It's the question right now of what are we supposed to do?
It's a question of should Rick do it?
What step are you working toward?
I don't know.
Solving the puzzle. Like, that's as far as we understand it.
I don't see what I'm supposed to do.
Fed, if we don't solve the puzzle, we never go home. Ever. I don't want to go home. I don't like it here.
Alright, if you want a more direct hint.
Yes.
You need the button to be held down by this thing. You need it pointed at that far panel above the blue lit wall.
Okay.
So
now there's another action you can take right here. Nope, you still need that pointed at that wall.
The lid.
Are you looking at
the
a guy,
lid,
Miller?
I've already done this. That doesn't help.
Why does that not help?
Why did it work that time? I tried that a dozen times.
What was the difference?
You had to bump your head to knock the box into the gravity beam.
Really?
Yeah, that is literally it.
No, this is just fucking jank. Hey, Crow Team! You made a fucking jank puzzle here.
Yeah, I don't like it either, because it requires you to, like, bonk your head against the thing, which does not seem correct.
Well, have there been any other puzzles where you bonk your head against something to make it work?
No, everything usually sockets together pretty cleanly. You don't usually have a things where you have to kind of rely on just the physics happening to work that way.
Did you look at a guide for that, Miller?
Yes. Because I would not have figured that out, because again, that is not how you design a game like this. You do not make something like that where it just happens to be you need this one weird fucking physics interaction to work right.
Well, at least set it
Come on,
up
you
somehow.
and your cow, Miller.
Yeah, whatever, I don't care. I would have looked up a solution way before I told Rick what it is. I have no shame in sitting here and trying to figure them out myself. They are a... When I play games like this, in the rare occasion that I do, these puzzles are a hindrance. They are not the game itself to me. It's very different to how Rick approaches them. As we've seen from him being all
jump into
puzzle,
it?
puzzle,
Yes, I
puzzle,
can.
puzzle.
Okay.
Have we been on this one puzzle stream? Oh, no, not at all. And yeah, like Rick said, there is the possibility that you do every step correctly, you just happen to hit your head on like the wrong corner of the box, and then it doesn't go into the stream, and now you know, oh, that's not the right thing to do. Which is literally the worst thing that can happen during the execution of a puzzle, is somebody learns the opposite of what the actual interaction needs to be. I mean, there are ways you could have made that. Could have lampshaded it. Like, I'm just imagining there's a sign somewhere on the level that says hard hat area.
I remember when I was quite young, I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then, that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue, completely by accident. And I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me, and we started talking, and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus, and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
And now you must work for me for the rest of your life. He's a mob boss. That sort of sounds like a piece.
So, here it looks like there should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a risk, but I think it'll be worth it.
Have you seen Miranda's design for a transport system that would connect all the labs to the machine?
It's amazing, isn't it? I think she's really excited about showing this place to people one day. She also kept asking me about what kind of monuments we could build, you know, to really transform the landscape, show the possibilities.
But her capsules only fit one person.
It's just the first iteration. Give her some time. She'll figure it out. Remember how many mistakes we made in the beginning, even with all the blueprints we had?
But that's not my point. It just worries me that she lacks context. Her imagination is incredible, but it's still limited by what she hasn't experienced.
Would it have been better if she'd been raised in New Jerusalem? If her mind was limited by self-hate and decay? If all she could imagine was sitting around ignoring the universe in favor of self-righteous solipsism?
No, but I don't know.
Sorry.
BRB.
You're not wrong. We can't stay hidden forever.
Big, ridiculous bat.
That's true.
Stuff.
I think it might be the other one.
I think you need a red source.
Yeah.
Because the first thing you do is the inverter.
Yeah.
The inverter is the only one that doesn't have to be connected to the end. I guess that's not true, but...
Oh. No, it does need to be the other way around.
No, but wait, hold on, because the inverter is always going to give...
No, this is fine.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right, I see.
I'm back.
Hi, back. I'm Dad. You may know me from such movies as...
Well, go on.
But don't you know me from those movies?
Yeah.
Oh, the gates.
Oh, that's fancy.
I can see stuff behind them. Such as
Uh-oh.
puzzles.
One of them's running low on charge.
Of course, there's no way to get over these gates.
Speedrunners just look at that or hear that statement and laugh.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. And it gets in my ball bearings.
Do they really have to?
Apparently they did.
Said the thing.
Did.
Yes, he said the thing. I don't like sand. It's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere.
You know, I'll say this. After seeing Hayden Christensen in Ahsoka, I think maybe they just wrote him really badly in the...
Really? You can't... I can't imagine somebody would think there's bad writing in the Star Wars prequels. You know, the movies where they go to the fucking 50s diner.
God, about that.
How do I do the effect where it sounds like I'm swallowing my microphone with indignation?
I mean, however you want.
The passageway.
Wow, Dragon Ball the game.
The game. Wait, what game? I don't know what you're talking about.
This game, I believe.
The game? I don't know what the game is.
That means you lost the game.
What game are you talking about?
If you have to ask, that means you lost it.
Can't lose the game I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's one of the philosophical conundrum things. You know, the Ouroboros and the... Show your face.
See, this solution feels like it flows pretty naturally.
I'm gonna shove this even more into the corner there.
What I don't like, and this game does it a lot, is when the last step of a puzzle is just trivial work. Like here.
I spotted the lab with the drone. Sending you the coordinates.
It can be fine if it's one of the early ones when it's introducing the mechanic. Like if this was the first one we had done in this area, that'd be fine, because that introduces the mechanic pretty plainly, and it's more of a matter of execution rather than of sort of figuring it out.
Yeah, you figure out how to connect the blue beams. What is the point of having the red one at the end?
She is, you're right. But I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us, or about life, or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle.
Spider says you can't.
But it's also a huge responsibility. And I worry about our choices.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
We have of late been told much about what the citizen owes the city. Loyalty, obedience, gratitude. And I will not argue with those who say that without some loyalty to a greater good, a man is little more than a savage. And I will even say that these days there are more savages amongst us than amongst the barbarians, who we call savages out of ignorance and arrogance. But there is another question that we are rarely encouraged to ask. What does the city owe the citizen? What must it offer to earn loyalty, obedience, and gratitude? And if, as we have said, a city is a kind of machine, should a machine that does not fulfill its purpose perhaps be repaired or replaced?
If a machine does not love, then inevitably it's going to go berserk and kill everybody.
Blame the handler, not the tool.
Yeah.
Dismantling.
Oh. Where's my arms, legs, my head, the rum?
Megatron123 says you can play the Super Mario RPG remake when it comes out.
Yes.
I can say with. Okay, there you go. I was gonna do a sassy answer. Like I can say with certainty that we either will or won't.
I'm pretty sure Rick was gonna go for that day one. I'm still looking to get that too myself.
Oh, of course, same. I have too many good memories associated with that game.
Same here.
Is it a talker? Like, are we gonna be?
Yeah, we'd be talking probably.
Alright.
We'll go back to our original voices. Also, I laughed when I saw the previews of Mallow's new happy face when he chews him to attack. And I'm like, I'm a killer! I'm totally going with that voice again.
Interesting.
Huh, apparently
Personally,
it's already...
I can't keep dropping $60 on remakes, and I can just play the original anyway.
Yes, but is it new?
Fun thing about remakes recently, like, the reason we like them, we want them so much is we want to see them prettier graphics, no joke. But at the same time, you want to, like, compare it from PlayStation to PlayStation 5, let's put it that way. But just updated graphics. Is it something that we wanted, or do you just want to see like the mechanics and the gameplay and everything just vastly improved? And that's pretty much how I look at it. I never thought back in the PlayStation era that games would improve as much as they are today, honestly.
1K.
That's one of the reasons why Resident Evil was so popular recently. Square seems to catch on to that recently, too.
What do you see? A person trapped in a maze, desperately looking for a way out. Someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Ancient human calling someone on a phone. Nothing? It's a frog. Eyeball inside a giant robot.
It looks like a
Answer the
Christmas.
Frenchman.
It looks like one of those like Christmas ornaments sitting in the midst of a bunch of almond roca. Maybe I'm hungry. Okay, laser beams from his eyes. That's probably the answer I would give.
Oh, I see the face finally. That took a while.
Anyway, look, a Frenchman and a frog are the same thing, right?
Yes.
Frederick? That'd be like if I called you pizza. Oh, wait.
I have to say it as an Italian. Also, you are not incorrect either.
It's a Frenchman.
No.
Well, that's a Frenchman. It's a type of frog. Watch it. Appreciate your perspectives. Thank you all. Not sure I'm going to continue this abstract style. I've been drawn back to more representational art, which just feels more substantial to me. But this has been an interesting diversion.
Can't believe the future robot society has banned memes. Truly dystopian.
What are you talking about? We came across somebody whose name was Doge.
Don't you want to know?
Transfer. Oh, that's not gonna work. But if I can get it up there.
Megodron says I should voice Gino. What do you think?
But that would be interesting.
Which one's Gino again?
He's the puppet.
Oh.
You know.
Well, he's technically a spirit possessing a puppet, but, you know. Aren't we all?
We are an electrical ghost hiding inside of a fatty brain piloting a bone mech powered by muscle engines.
And we're communicating with our meat flaps.
They're made out of meat.
They speak. They push air through their meat.
They sing by squirting air through their meat.
Of course you know this. Why am I not surprised that you know meat?
Oh, I know meat, alright.
Astra says my mech is powered by sugars and proteins and so on. Yeah, well, my mech is powered by fried chicken.
My mech is mostly powered by bean juice.
I thought you guys were powered by hamburgers.
Only sometimes.
Only if we've been very good.
Megodron asks me to read a sentence.
Okay, go for it.
See, that delay right there is what they're talking about. You said, okay, go for it, and then there's nothing being said for like 30 seconds.
It happens.
I was trying to find a one-handed keyboard for Fed. They're all stupidly expensive.
It was never going to be playable in Smash. Be glad you even got the Mii costume. I am Sen's Undertale, of course.
Oh wait,
Sans
Rick,
couldn't
can you put the emitter or that the tube on the opposite side, on that one there, and then run the thing across, and then get it caught halfway through? I think it's too low.
Yeah. Yeah, I should just be able to get it right now.
Oh, we just hit midnight.
And midnight just hit us.
Ow!
Ow!
Oh.
Ow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Also,
now you don't need
like when you have to do something trivial at the beginning just to get something, like using the fan at the beginning just to get a connector.
Oh yeah, and now you might need to bring it back over. But
I don't even know how to get it down now.
Can't you put yourself up there? Grab it and then jump off?
Okay. Actually, what can I see up there? Can I... that? Don't really see anything from up there.
Rick, I'm calling on behalf of Legotron about your car's extended warranty.
Nice.
Fucking hell.
I was still Rick.
Hello? Hello? Hi! This is Automatic's Car Insurance calling you about your car's extended warranty. I hate that the RoboColors have started doing that thing now where they're just like, hello, can you hear me?
I use the Google call screening thing. They're gonna use robots. I'm gonna use robots right back at them.
Yeah.
The warranty policy does not cover chicken wing related incidents.
Unfortunately, it does not. Ask me how I know.
Miller, have you had a chicken wing moment?
I've definitely had to buy new floor pads for my car.
I had
just the passenger seat. But still.
Roommate, I'm not gonna name him, but he I was always staggered at how like just catch all his car like the floor of his car got for just about anything. It was dare I say it, gnarly.
I mean, that's how it is with a lot of people's cars, man.
It sure feels like this needs to leave this room, but that isn't going to happen. I don't see any way out. guess there's a way through without using that. Okay. That's probably it. Question then, how would I even get up there myself? Then... No, moving it doesn't do anything. Even the point of this anymore. Go up here, but I don't think I can see anything from up here.
Oh, I see now what it wants me to do.
The puzzle has spoken to my mind directly, and it has communicated upon me the beauties and horrors of this world.
Yay! Existential horror!
The sublime terror of it all has made me weep with joy.
Cool!
Anything else I can see from here? I can only see...
You want a hint about what I just did?
No.
Technically it counts as solving it together, right?
I believe that's a no from Richard at the moment.
Sure, I thought it was Richolas.
Richard, Earl of Griffin, the third Esquire, Lieutenant Theodore Logan.
And Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, by the way, I put a raid suggestion in the chat.
Oh, I got it. I don't like it, but I got it. That one work? I guess I don't got it. Maybe I had it. But it does not exist anymore.
Okay, solved. This one was pretty clever.
The only reason I can see for even doing that would be to sweep something up, but you can't. Sweeping something up is not an option.
Can I say something? Thing. Also, I just noticed now that it's past midnight.
It is.
Yes, it is. What the? How'd I get up there?
Wait, what happened?
What?
Did it clip through or something?
What the hell did you do?
I broke it.
Quantum tunneling. Alright.
How did you even do that?
I put it down while it was upside down.
Because he's Rick Griffin.
I see. That was the thing that I was missing. Why is it stopping right there? There we go. There. It was able to get it out of that.
Jonas and Miller, do we have the technology to do what Legotron just said?
Wait, what did he say? Hold on, let me see. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. For some reason, I just imagine that FedEx Zone, which I think is a parrot. Pine Martin speaks in the same TTS voice. His mouth just opens wide like Stitch playing a record.
I mean, what do you mean the technology? Sure, that's what your OC does now. Done.
Damn, that's amazing.
Congratulations, we've made your made-up character do a made-up character trait.
Well, okay. I've talked to like Mythics and Rage about this. There are implementations where
Technology has gone too far. Bring it back.
Yeah. No, there are implementations of I don't know. It involves some kind of scripting, and it's not too complicated. But instead of discard icons with the yellow, the green little rings, you actually have avatars that like open. You know, like when there's sound input, they actually open and shut their mouths. Mythics uses it all the time on her stream. But that said, I have not messed with it, and I don't know how to set it up exactly. I know that there's several different available things for that. The one Mythics and Rage showed was Fuji Tech. It's something I do actually want to look into because it could be fun.
Just miss one obvious thing, and the puzzle is impossible.
Nice.
Yep.
But I would have to check into that and get back to you. But if we all had that, then Fed could also have the open shut mouth. You know, because all it needs is sound input.
Anyway.
That was fun. Now we're done.
It is time for us to travel northward.
Remember to seize your cheese. And
Yes.
And G your ends.
And G your ends. Exactly. What? Yeah, anyway, that's fine. That works. Let's do it. Fund it. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Sexy.
Good
night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.